Slowly, slow, my child, the world waits for you, and your window of time will come shining through. Slowly, slow, don't rush, you know, it'll all come easy. There's some things you can't take back, no regrets for what you're gonna get. Need some thinking down the line. Slowly, slow, my darling, I'm here for you. And every stumble, every fall breaks my heart in two. I only want the best for you, and every step makes up the mile, even though it takes a while. And God will always smile on you, my child. So have faith, have faith. Just like the bird who feels the sun and sings before the dawn has come. Have faith.
Tonight is a celebration of incredible dreams. Dreams that have now transformed into remarkable realities. Welcome to the 16th valedictory ceremony of Oasis International School. As we stand here, we see not just a room filled with proud families, teachers and friends, but a space that honors those who dared to dream and now stand poised to make a difference in the world. Our theme for this evening is Dream to Dare. These words carry immense significance. Dreaming is where every journey begins. It is the spark that ignites the fire within us. But it is daring that propels us forward, giving us the courage to face the unknown and act. Tonight, we honor our graduates who did not just dream of greatness, they dared to pursue it, overcome obstacles, and redefine what success means. So let us celebrate the class of 2025, for they are not just graduates, they are the dreamers and the doers. They are the ones who dared to chase their dreams, no matter the challenges along the way. We stand here tonight filled with immense pride as they prepare to soar to new heights.
With gratitude in our hearts for the past and hope for the future, let us begin this evening with a prayer. We call upon Abdullah Faiz to lead us.
In the name of the Almighty, the most kind, the most merciful. Praises to the Almighty, the Lord of the worlds, the most kind, the most merciful. Master of the day of judgment, you alone we worship, from you alone we seek help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those whom you are pleased with, and not the path of those who earn your anger or those who go astray.
Thank you, Abdullah, for that solemn prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and anticipation that we now welcome the graduates of the class of 2025. These remarkable individuals who dared to dream and work tirelessly to make those dreams a reality now take their well-deserved walk to the stage.
And every step makes up the man, even though it takes a while. And God will always smile on you, my child. So have faith, have faith.
This is no ordinary moment. It is the culmination of years of effort, determination, and resilience. The music filling this room is more than just a celebration. It is a symbol of hope, courage, and triumph. For the past 16 years, this song has been a cultural tradition, marking the journey of every graduate who has walked the stage. It connects each class to a legacy of strength and unity, embodying the shared values and experiences of our community. As it plays, we celebrate not just individual success, but the collective spirit that binds us all together. Each step our graduate takes today is a testament to their unwavering commitment to their goals. Behind every proud smile is a story of late nights filled with perseverance, of moments where they dared to rise above challenges, and of dreams that refuse to fade. Today, as they walk towards the stage, they carry with them not only their achievements, but also the spirit of daring to venture into the unknown. They remind us that success is not handed over. It is earned through years of grit, passion, and the courage to turn dreams into action. As we celebrate their journey tonight, let us also honor the unyielding support of their families, the wisdom of their teachers, and the friendships that have made this path less daunting. These graduates have not only dreamed, they have dared to leap, to strive, and to rise. Class of 2025, as you take your place in this spotlight, know this moment belongs to you. You're not just stepping onto the stage, you're stepping into a world brimming with opportunities.
Now, to officially welcome you all to this grand evening, we will hear from the class teacher of 10P, Miss Swati, who will share a few words. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. What a beautiful and momentous occasion this is. As we gather here today, we stand at the threshold of something truly remarkable. A moment that reflects years of hard work, growth, and unwavering determination. Today is not just a celebration of academic success. It is a tribute to the dreams that have guided us and the diligence that has turned those dreams into reality. To quote Roosevelt, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. This belief in the power of dreams is at the heart of our celebration today. Our theme, Dream to Dare, invites us to reach beyond what we know, to aspire to greater heights, and to embrace the courage it takes to turn those dreams into actions. I would like to express my warm welcome to our esteemed trustee, Ms. Maya Menon, to this special occasion. As the founder and director of Teacher Foundation, Ms. Menon's visionary leadership has impacted education and educators across the globe. We are truly privileged to have her with us today to share in this celebration. Please join me in offering a warm and a heartfelt welcome to Ms. Maya Menon. I would like to express my warm welcome to our esteemed trustee, Dr. Amber, whose visionary leadership continues to guide us with strength and purpose. To our dedicated academic head, Dr. Stella, and our Deputy Principal, Ms. Habiba, the coordinators and the incredible teachers whose dedication has helped mold these graduates into the remarkable individuals they are today. And of course, to the parents whose love, support, and belief in their children have been instrumental in this journey. Your encouragement and guidance have made all the difference. And now, we welcome to the heart of today's celebration, our graduates. To each one of you, I extend my sincerest congratulations. As I reflect the time we have shared, I am filled with gratitude. The memories we have created together, whether through moments of joy, lessons learned, or quiet determination, are the treasures that will stay with us forever. Each one of you has added something special to this journey. As you prepare to embark on the next phase of your life, I encourage you to seize every opportunity, embrace every challenge, and cherish every moment. Once again, a warm and heartfelt welcome to everyone here today. Thank you for being part of this special day. Now, let the celebrations begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Swati ma'am, for those inspiring words. As we move forward, it is my honor to invite the head of academics, Dr. Stella to address the gathering.
A pleasant evening to all, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Maya Menon, the members of the management, Dr. Amber, Aisha ma'am in absentia, faculty, family and friends, and most importantly, graduates of batch 24-25. It is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate this momentous occasion. Today, we have gathered here not only to commemorate your academic achievements, but also to reflect upon the journey that lies ahead, the journey of becoming world-ready adults. I remember that a decade ago, I had a competition with my daughter. She had joined her medical college, and I had registered for my PhD at the same time. The race was, who would attain the title of doctor first? She was in her 20s. No, I'm not going to share my age with you. I was much older, yes. However, then I had whispered to my heart, fear is just another door. Walk through it with open eyes. Dream to dare. The urge to realize dreams and the courage to walk through fear doors is something that I can genuinely connect with the experience that you are living today. Savor the experience with family and friends. As you embark on this new chapter of your life, I would like to outline 3 lessons. Everyone would think academic heads were lessons again. Yes, the first lesson. Some of the absolute best things in life happen when you have the courage to do what scares you the most. Walking through our fear doors not only builds our personal confidence, but also makes us stronger. It teaches us resilience, empathy, and the ability to navigate uncertainty, traits essential for effective life. When we face our fears, we inspire those around us, creating a culture of growth and courage. So I ask you, fear doors, what fear doors do you walk through? Each step through these doors brings you closer to success than you ever can imagine. Failure is success within parentheses. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Each of the educators here have chiseled you and provided each of you with a pathway for personal success, which will take you beyond school. There is a great saying, real education fetches you more than a job. It teaches you to live. It cannot be measured at all. Oasis takes pride in training its educators to give their best through the PDQ programs that we run. And I'm very happy to share that Ms. Kamar has won the Best Learners Award, and she is going to be facilitated at Mumbai. Can we have a big round of applause for her, please? Now, through the PDQ professional qualifications, we endeavor to equip our teachers with necessary skills and values that help them bring about a paradigm shift in education. Our greatest appreciation to Dr. Amber for leading it from the front, and also Aisha ma'am for being there in every endeavor, though you're not here physically. We miss you a lot. Academic preeminence in today's educational scenario continues to be an important yardstick to the school's superlative performance. Our alumni are our billboards. I'm sorry that I cannot share all their achievements due to paucity of time, but I'll be mentioning a few notable ones. Abdul Basit graduated the A-levels in 2019, and he got a full-term internship for a total of 3 years and 4 months in the University of Canada. He received the Dean's List Award twice, and he is currently working as senior software developer at NASDAQ. Rabia B graduated grade 10 from Oasis in 2016 and is currently pursuing masters in cybersecurity and pen testing in Dubai. Mohammed Bilal graduated A-levels from Oasis in 2021, and he went on 50% scholarship at Middlesex University, Dubai. And he is also chosen out of 5,500 students in the university to be given a full-time contract in the university after his graduation, and he is presently appointed as the head of GCC market. Abdullah Haq, he graduated A-levels in 2021 with A stars. graduated first class honors in computer science with AI from the University of Malaysia, and he is a top 10 individuals who has got his dissertation in 2023-24. Farwa Abdul Hadi, 2016 graduate, grade 10. She finished her BSc Interior Design Management from Mount Carmel College and presently pursuing her Masters in Interior Architecture at the University of Lincoln, UK. Two heavyweight champions, what I'm mentioning now is a recent achievement, two heavyweight champions of medicine who also won laurels at the MMA World Wrestling Champion are Yusra Akif and Haya Akif. Nathan Fernandez, a graduate of 22-23 batch, went on a sports scholarship and is pursuing Bachelor's of Economics at Aya University, Spain. Hari Krishnan D., a graduate of 22-23 batch, is enrolled with IIT Madras and is pursuing data science. The latest is again Zaina Khurram, a graduate of 23-24 batch who has flown to Dubai's prestigious Khalifa University on 100% scholarship to pursue her bachelor's in chemistry. I am sure, dear graduates, in few years we will be reading out your names, which will be there in the annals of Oasis International. Let us give a big round of applause to all the achievers of Oasis. Dear learners, hearing all the achievements, I am sure you know it well that excellence is not achieved by accident. Thus, you should persevere towards your goals with a vision encapsulated in these words. Tiny seeds make boundless harvests. Drops of rain compose the showers. Seconds make the flying minutes, and minutes make the hours. Second of the lessons that I would like to talk about is to become responsible, to take ownership of managing one's day-to-day life, and also to own your words. Please practice what you preach and walk the talk. This will illustrate that you have grown into adulthood. Reflecting on my own life, I recall some of the powerful moments came when I dared to dream and went into things and took a plunge. The third most important lesson: you are the author of your life. Make life meaningful. Be sure to take on every opportunity life presents you. No matter the obstacles which you come across in life, act with courage. Use your knowledge and your heart to stand up for those who can't stand. Speak for those who can't speak. Be a beacon of light for those whose lives have become dark. Fight the good fight against all issues. Be a part of all that is good and decent. Be an ambassador for the kind of world you want to live in. I would like to live with a small quote from Abdul Kalam. He said, which is very interesting: dreams are not what you have when you sleep. True dreams are the ones that don't let you sleep. When you have it once, it is a dream. When you have it twice, it becomes a desire. But when you have it 3 days consecutively, it becomes a passion, a goal, a aim. So my dear graduates, here's wishing you all the best. Dream to dare. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your empowering words. As we bid farewell to another remarkable chapter, Miss Habiba will share a note to mark this special evening and leave us with her reflections. Please join me in welcoming Habiba ma'am to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. It's honor for me as a deputy principal to extend a warm welcome to each one of you in this evening. Every graduation holds a special place in my heart as it represents the culmination of our students' efforts and the success of their academic journeys. This is a time for reflection, emotion, celebration, and looking towards a future with optimism and pride. Oasis proudly celebrates 25 years of excellence in delivering high-quality education aligned with international standards. Throughout this journey, we have strived to provide comprehensive exposure across all domains of teaching and learning with love and empathy. We have worked tirelessly to offer every opportunity for their holistic development. I deeply appreciate the parents for entrusting us with the education and care of your wards. We have tried our best to foster a healthy relationship and nurture your wards into good human beings ready to face the life's challenges. My heartfelt gratitude goes to our esteemed management, Sister Aisha and Dr. Amber. These visionary women have been instrumental in nurturing leaders of change. They have tirelessly worked to uphold quality education, facilitate professional development, and foster the growth of our students. A special thanks to these remarkable ladies for their unwavering commitment. Unfortunately, Sister Aisha is unable to join us tonight to a family emergency. We miss her deeply and our prayers are with her. We are truly blessed to be a part of Oasis community. And finally, my dear graduates, congratulations on this special day. Throughout your school years, you have shared memories, overcome challenges, and celebrated success with your teachers and peers. My beautiful young ladies and charming gentlemen, you have been an amazing batch. You have always been respectful to everyone around. You have exhibited maturity during our discussions. You have been fun-loving, helpful, and cooperative at all times. Even during disagreements, you have always disagreed in an agreeable way. As a class, you have been remarkable, highly motivated, academically oriented, focused, and absolute pleasure to guide. Batches like yours come only once in 3 to 4 years, and you have set a standard of excellence that will be remembered. From academics to sports, from extracurricular activities to service learning projects, most of you have excelled in every sphere. Your journey with us has been smooth, not because challenges didn't arise, but because of your attitude and willingness to rise above them. Today, my team and I confidently state that we were able to give you the best because you were self-motivated, disciplined, and eager to grow. And we as a team anticipate great results from this batch with many A's and A stars and some of you even topping in India and in world. I hope you stay with us for AS and A levels as well. 10 years from now, I hope to meet you in high places, achieving, contributing, and making a difference to the society, God willing. As you move forward, 3 important lessons of life. And I personally believe in those 3 lessons. Be humble. Do the right thing always, even if nobody is watching. And dream big and dare to achieve those dreams with conviction. I wish you every success in your future endeavor. And every teacher who have guided you right from pre-primary to Montessori is proud of you today. Let me leave you with this thought tonight. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined by Henry David. With lots of love and prayers, my dear graduates, congratulations. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words.
As we reflect on tonight's theme, Dream to Dare, it is important to recognize that every journey is unique. Our valedictorians are exceptional individuals who have excelled not only in academics but also in co-curricular activities and athletics, consistently pushing the boundaries of their potential to achieve extraordinary milestones.
With dedication, resilience, and an unwavering determination, they have not just dared to dream, but have acted with courage to turn those dreams into reality. It is a privilege to honor their remarkable achievements as we now hear from our valedictorians. Please join me in welcoming our first valedictorian, Shenaz Adam, to the stage.
Good evening, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. Standing here today, I am overwhelmed with gratitude and pride as I address all of you as the valedictorian of the class of 2024 to 25. Graduation. Single word that encapsulates countless emotions, memories, and dreams. G. For goodbye, a temporary parting, not an end. R. For relive these moments in your hearts always. A. For always keep in touch no matter what. D. For dude, can you believe we're actually graduating? U. For unforgettable memories that will last a lifetime. A. For as we end this journey, we embrace the lessons learned. T. For time truly flies when you're making memories. I. For I will hold dear each moment and every one of you. O. For onward we go with courage and determination. N. For new chapters await. The corridors of Oasis will soon grow quieter, missing the laughter, camaraderie, and the unforgettable moments we've shared. From the inside jokes that would set us off into fits of giggles to the overly enthusiastic hi every morning that brought smiles to tired faces. From the relentless efforts on projects to love notes we left on you-know-which teacher board on a regular basis. These memories will forever remain etched in our hearts. This school is more than a building. It has been a home. And these graduates beside me, they're not just my classmates, they're family. From our days in Montessori, navigating online classes together, to the adventures and challenges of high school, we have supported one another through every twist and turn, creating a bond that will endure. Take this as a threat or whatever, but y'all better keep in touch. A special thanks to our trustees, Ms. Amber and Ms. Aisha, for their vision and commitment in establishing this school. Without them, there would be no us. And the teachers, oh, hats off to the HR department for finding the best of the best. Without them, the puzzle would have been incomplete. From Leena Ma'am's loving yet terrifying threats and Shaheen Ma'am's witty humor, to Tasma Ma'am's unforgettable life lessons, Khudsya Ma'am's unwavering ASR expectations, and Habiba Ma'am's open door policy for all our complaints and rants. And let's not forget Zahisa's trust in us with responsibility. Each of my teachers, right from Montessori till high school, has left an indelible mark on me. Together, they have shaped the girl standing before you, guiding, inspiring, and empowering me every step of the way. Oasis has been a place of endless opportunities, from months to council roles, from sports fields to the classroom. Just as the theme suggests, this place has fostered our dreams. It has encouraged us to dare, to embrace the opportunities and accept the challenges that have raised us higher. One of my biggest challenges was MUN. Initially, I was utterly confused about the entire concept of it, wondering why we had to debate on problems we didn't even create. But thanks to the incredible mentors I've had here, what began as an intimidating activity soon became a passion I now carry forward with pride. MUN has taught me far more than just debating skills. It has shown me the power of persuasive language, the art of collaboration, and the importance of problem solving. My sports journey began with clumsy, carefree days in the jungle gym, slowly transforming into determined passion as I became an inter-school basketball player, guided by my amazing primary school coaches and further nurtured by my current coaches. Along the way, I've dabbled in other sports too. Oasis has never failed to provide us with ample opportunities to grow athletically, whether through tournaments, inter-house competitions, or even just the encouragement to try something new. Injuries, losses, and countless failed attempts at mastering a new trick have been my best teachers, instilling resilience and determination in me. Beyond personal growth, sports have strengthened the unbreakable bond I share with my peers. From the chaos of team selections to the infinite fouls and the occasional hilarious falls, every moment has added a cherished memory to my journey. When talking about personal growth, it seems unfair not to talk about the SLP. Oasis has always extended a giving hand, embedding empathy and leadership through initiatives like the Service Learning Program. My journey with SLP began in grade 3 when we made handmade blankets and delivered them to an orphanage. And in grade 5, where we built a rain garden. Grade 6 and 7, we continued creating change through online platforms due to lockdown. Those were the times I truly understood the joy of giving and the impact it can create. Participating in Bala Janagraha further honored our innovative thinking skills. Winning it wasn't just an acknowledgement of our efforts, but a celebration of teamwork, new bonds, and the joy of making a difference. Talking about joy, the field trips hosted here have been an incredible mix of education and entertainment. Right from grade 1 to high school, they've been a source of endless joy. Whether it was the wonder of visiting a chocolate factory in our early years, or the scientific exposure and the unforgettable memories from the Kuppam trip, these experiences have left an indelible mark on our hearts. When it comes to academics, Oasis has been nothing short of phenomenal in creating aspiring A-stars achievers. The exceptional teaching methods and the unwavering availability of our teachers for doubt solving, whether early morning or even late at night, have been pivotal in shaping our academic journeys. If I stand here today as valedictorian, much of the credit goes to this campus and its faculty for balancing academic excellence with holistic development, nurturing us into well-rounded individuals. The Student Council has also been instrumental in helping us finding and refine our inner leaders. From being a grade 2 student council who struggled to keep her own class in order to becoming the Yellow House captain addressing a large crowd, my leadership journey at Oasis has been nothing short of transformative. Who would have thought the girl who could handle a classroom back then would one day organize events, lead fests, and manage teams with confidence and poise? Before I step down from the podium, I'd like to share a verse from a poem by Dr. Seuss. I believe suits this occasion better than no other. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. So, to the class of 2024 to 25, as we step forward, let's carry the laughter, lessons, and bonds we've built. This is not just an ending, it's the beginning of everything we're meant to become. Congratulations to all of us and thank you.
Thank you, Shanaz. Next, we have the pleasure of hearing from our second valedictorian, Muhammad Saad.
Moments that change your life often come from the most unexpected places. Not too long ago, a nervous sixth grader logged into an online class for the very first time. His face popped up on the screen, greeted by a sea of tiny profile pictures. That sixth grader was me. I was new to Oasis, and honestly, I was wondering how I would ever fit in. Fast forward 5 years, and here I am, standing before you, overwhelmed with gratitude for a journey that has been nothing short of transformative. Good evening, respected teachers, loving parents, and my amazing fellow graduates. My name is Mohammed Saad, and I am deeply honored to be here today. I must firstly thank the school management for giving me this incredible opportunity to address all of you on such a special occasion. Oh, and I must acknowledge, by the mercy of God, we've all reached this moment, and for that, I will always be grateful. For those of you who don't know me, my journey here started in a pretty unconventional way. I joined Oasis during the pandemic, when classroom meant bedroom, and classmates meant tiny profile pictures on the screen. But even through the screen, I felt something different about this school. There was a warmth, a sense of belonging that started to grow. And when we finally returned to campus, it was like stepping into a whole new world. Suddenly, I was surrounded by actual people and not just profile pictures. And I'll never forget the rush to finish a project with just 5 minutes left. Frantic scribbling, last-minute teamwork, and the collective sigh of relief that we all had when it somehow came together. Those chaotic moments really brought us together. Oasis has been more than a school. It's been a family. And family isn't just about who you're related to. It's about the people who stick with you, lift you up, and laugh with you through the messiest of days. For me, it was my parents and sister who were my anchors when I struggled to adjust. My amazing classmates who became like my family, and our incredible teachers who were, let's face it, like our overly patient parents at school. At Oasis, education went far beyond textbooks. We learned to think creatively and logically, whether it was through hands-on experience in science labs, group presentations, and debates. Classes weren't just about absorbing facts. They taught us practical skills for life. From solving equations to analyzing literature, we discovered how to apply what we learned in meaningful ways. Beyond the classroom, Oasis gave us countless opportunities to explore our passions, whether it was through months, science fests, or even brainstorming on real-world issues through SLP projects. Teamwork and making a difference. These experiences taught us that learning isn't confined to a classroom. It's about engaging with the world and becoming the best version of ourselves. Teachers, thank you for your endless guidance, wisdom, patience, and frankly, your incredible ability to navigate our creative excuses for deadlines. From the Wi-Fi wasn't working and the file just wouldn't upload, to I thought it was due next week, you've heard it all, and somehow managed to guide us through anyway. But what truly sets you apart is that you taught us so much more than what was in the syllabus. You taught us to think critically, to care deeply, to never give up, and push forward through all odds. Your belief in us was unwavering, and for that, we all are deeply thankful. To my fellow graduates, let's take a moment to remember the journey we've shared. Remember when online classes had us praying our name wouldn't be called out to answer a solution, or the Wi-Fi wouldn't crash during a presentation, or the unresolved debate on whose class football team was the best, and the tons of memories we made during field trips. And of course, who can forget those sports tournaments, whether we were winning or losing, learning and coming back each time, or in my case, getting injured. All those moments brought us together like nothing else. Speaking of injuries, I think it's safe to say that basketball has left its mark on me. Literally. Between a fractured wrist and two torn ligaments, I learned that loving a sport sometimes means limping through life. But through every setback, I realized that resilience isn't just about getting back up. It's also about the people who help you get back up. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, I would like to share something that has stayed with me. Family is not just an important thing, it's everything, by Michael J. Fox. And here at Oasis, we've built a family that will always be a part of us. No matter where life takes us, let's carry the spirit of Oasis with us, free to breathe, free to dream, free to fail, and free to rise again, stronger every time. And if you see me someday, please don't act like we don't know each other. Stop by and say a hi, and let's take a moment to relive our good old days. Finally, this moment right here is not the end of our story. In fact, it is the beginning of a new chapter that we get to write. So let's dream boldly, love deeply, and live extraordinarily. For success isn't just about what we achieve, it's also about who we become. Congratulations to the luckiest batch of 2025. We made it. The world is waiting. It's time to show it what we're made of. Thank you.
Thank you, Saad.
It is my honor to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Ms. Maya Menon, a visionary educationist and the founder director of the Teacher Foundation. With an MBA in Education Management from the University of Leicester, a diploma in journalism, and degrees in Education and Botany honors from Delhi University, Ms. Maya Menon has dedicated over 25 years to transforming education in India and abroad. Her groundbreaking initiatives include the Wipro Applying Thought in Schools Teacher Empowerment Project, the Safe and Sensitive Schools Program, and the creation of the iSelf framework. which has been globally recognized for its depth and impact. She has also led collaborations like the Life Skills Collaborative, aiming to redefine life skills education across the country. Ms. Menon has trained thousands of educators and authored influential articles in book chapters on education practices and policies. She has served on prestigious committees, including those shaping India's National Education Policy 2020.
We welcome Miss Menon to this occasion and request her to accept our token of gratitude. And now, with great pleasure, we invite Miss Maya Menon to the stage to share her thoughts.
Good evening, parents. Good evening, dear teachers. Good evening, of course, dear students. It's lovely to be here. It's been many months. I think I came last summer. That was my last visit here. But Oasis is an institution that I've seen grow from scratch, right from the idea in 1999 and then school in 2000. So its trailblazing founders, trustees, and its extended staff are very dear to me. And of course, I don't know all the students because my work and interaction has always been with the teachers. So, however, but when Dr. Amber called me to invite me a week or 10 days ago to speak at the valedictory, I was in two minds. Not because I didn't want to come, but because I'm currently on a 4-month sabbatical till March. This is the first one I've taken in my career of over 40 years, incidentally. But the past 1.5 months of my sabbatical has given me time to unwind, relax, think about my life, my work, and the world in general. And of course, education is completely inextricably linked to whatever I think and do as a person. And when you think about what's happening in the world, it's easy and natural to feel a bit dispirited and perhaps pessimistic about what's happening in our immediate surroundings, our state, our country, and the world at large. There is increasing divisiveness in society, politics, and even cultures based on religion, caste, socioeconomic status. And it's easy for us to go with the flow that's dominant in our respective social bubbles because we all live in our own social bubbles. And it's easy to go with what seems to be the main sort of mood in that social bubble. But if we want to lead lives that are authentic, sane, and productive, it's important for us to consider the greater good. Causes that transcend the petty divisions that we often fall prey to. The greater good hinges on finding and recognizing common humanity, while accepting and even celebrating our differences. The greater good depends so much on mutual respect, empathy, and dialogue. And sometimes dialogue can be difficult, but the dialogue is important because talk is always better than any kind of war. And I think this holds true even more today in the world of AI. Everybody, including schools, are sort of heading towards using artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, etc. And it's easy for us to get swayed by that and forget that the common humanity that schools can foster and nurture is what makes schools special today. And I know Oasis has always, held a lot of store on building and nurturing young, thinking, caring human beings as our young students here. And I was truly amazed at the eloquence with which both Shahnaz and Mohammad Saad spoke. It's a testimony of what the school has achieved. And I think that's where schools are so important. Nowhere do you spend 10, 12, 14 years studying and learning like in a school. Even when you go to colleges later on, universities and so on, you will spend maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, at best 7 years, but never more than that. And I think that's where schools are so important in order to nurture the humanity, the common humanity, because you will never learn it anywhere else because you're too busy studying your profession or your area of, your choice subject, etc. So that's why when Dr. Amber called me, I immediately said yes. There was no hesitation, my sabbatical or not. For me, it's an opportunity to communicate to all of you, parents here, as well as the students on the dais, this tiny dose of wisdom that I have gathered through living and working for several decades. So now coming to this occasion, this particular valedictory function, this graduation, school farewells, right from when I remember my 10th standard, my 11th standard actually farewell, many decades ago, they provide snapshot moments of that you want to treasure forever. They're snapshots of moments that you want to treasure forever. They're bittersweet because they really mark the end of childhood in a way. Life will never be the same again, neither for you students on the dais, nor for your parents and of course your teachers. For all the parents here, it's a realization that our daughters and our sons are no longer children. For the teachers here, it is the reaffirmation that as yet another batch of students step out of school, that they have touched young lives in invisible but memorable ways. And for the most important people here today, the 10th standard students here, the world is suddenly going to be opening up to you, full of exciting, wonderful possibilities. There will undoubtedly be challenges, perhaps failures, perhaps sorrows, but may you make the best of all that comes your way. So I have put together something I often do with young people, a sort of a Super 7 wish list for you. That's my sincerest wish list for all of you. My first wish is, may you have, and that in a way Dr. Stella as well as Habiba referred to also, may you find one great passion in your life, outside yourself, something which is a contribution to the world. May you find that great one passion, because that's really important if you want to feel a sense of purpose in this world. Otherwise, if it's all about oneself, it never is satisfactory. That passion can act as a compass guiding all your actions and behavior. May it give your life meaning and immeasurable strength. My second wish, may you find joy, fun and joy in things that don't require wealth. It's very easy for us to think about, I can be happy if I get this. I can be happy if I have so much money. But a lot of times, the simple things in life are what give you actually immense joy. It could be nature, it could be music, it could be books, it could be children, it could be our own family members, it could be, of course, our wonderful circle of friends. May you find joy in small things which don't require wealth. So my third wish is, may you always trust your own instincts and inner voice. And now that's something, it doesn't sort of come just like that. It is something that you have to nurture within you. And I think at 15 and 16, this is a good time for you to nurture that instinct and that inner voice. Sometimes it could contradict, my apologies to you parents, contradict what your parents or closest friends may say. But if you can stay true to your own instincts and your inner voice, then perhaps you will stay true to what is right for you. My fourth wish is, may you have the courage, and a lot of you, I think Dr. Stella as well as Habiba talked about, may you have dream to dare and dare to dream. May you have the courage to work hard against all odds. There's nothing comes easy. Nothing, success, achievements don't come easy. So may you have the courage to work hard against odds, striving always for excellence. May you also have the courage to go off the beaten track. You don't have to do things that others have done. You can go off the beaten track and do things that you believe are important, keeping in mind your inner voice and instincts. Courage also, may you also have courage to question existing practices, existing norms in one's own local circle, the wider national circle, and of course the global, circle. It is important for us to question young people. It's whenever anything great that has been achieved has always happened only when you have done something off the beaten track. It could be a small thing, it could be a big thing, but anything that's meaningful, it's not about going with the flow, but going against the flow. My fifth wish is, may you experience success in things that are important to you. Success is important, but when I talk about success, it's not about success as just in the form of marks or money, etc. It is success in doing things that give you purpose and meaning. My sixth wish is, and success is important because success gives you the impetus to move forward, to carry on despite the challenges. If you're constantly experiencing failure, it's very difficult. So that's why my wish list for each one of you is that may you experience some but significant success in things that are important for you. My sixth wish, may you have friends who are steadfast and unfearful of speaking their minds. It's very important to have, and your friends may be your parents, your friends may be a sibling, your friends may be your classmates, your other friends, or it could be a teacher. But it is important to have friends who will tell you the truth, even when it could be a bitter truth, because that will keep you on the straight path, even when you're sometimes, going off the beaten track. It'll help you be sure that you have somebody who will always have your back. My seventh wish and last wish is, may you always take action in your own circle of influence to protect our environment. I think concern for the environment is important, and we all have to do that, whether we are older people like us, me, and young people stepping out into the world like our young graduates on the dais. So that's my Super 7 wish for you. I would love to wave a magic wand and make them all come true for each one of you, but of course I don't have that. I don't have that wand because that wand is with each one of you, and it's only you who can make your wishes and dreams come true, and our wishes and blessings come true for all of you. I want to end with a quote from the American author and writer Gloria Steinem. She said, "Progress is not always a straight line in which we must defeat or outstrip others, and there is only one winner. Progress is a circle in which we strive to use all our talents and complete ourselves. Potentially, we are all winners. Potentially, all of you, each one of you, is a winner in your own right. And I wish you the very best. Good luck, and God bless all of you."
Thank you, ma'am, for this enlightening and motivational words.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a short break.
Slowly, slow, my child, the world waits for you, and your window of time will come shining through. Slowly, slow, don't rush, it'll all come easy. There's some things you can't take back, no regrets for what you're gonna get. Need some thinking down the line. Slowly, slow, my darling, I'm here for you. And every stumble, every fall breaks my heart in two. I only want the best for you, and every step makes up the mile, even though it takes a while. And God will always smile on you, my child. So have faith, have faith. Just like the bird who feels the sun and sings before the dawn has come. Have faith, have faith, yeah, yeah. everybody wants to find.
So, good evening everyone and Assalamu alaikum. I've put myself in an uncomfortable position, deciding to come on and share a few thoughts without preparation. But like so much has been said about the school, and the school has been Aisha and what Maya has spoken about. It's our ikigai, our passion. It has been our reason for existence, reason for getting up early in the morning and rushing. And I remember 15 years back when we came here, our first graduation, the first batch that passed out, and we had to talk. And the only quote that comes to my mind from that is that God doesn't choose the trained, He trains the chosen. So it's really that what has happened to us, we followed our passion to get children a school that we felt was required, and we trained ourselves. We got trained by some great educators like Maya, who's here. We had Mrs. Benjamin, we had Usha Pandit, we had Mrs. Ann Warrior. So our journey has been a lot of learning, lot of experiences, full of challenges. And now we have to think. We've been blessed with a lot of great people, great parents, people putting their trust in us. It is time for us to now get into another mode, and that is contribution. And again, by the blessings of the Lord, we have built this field here. We have great teachers who have already started. We had our first inter-school science fest just this week. We had a Oasis Man where we had 102 delegates, 40 from our school and 60 from outside. It's been a dream to get, when our children went to other schools to participate, it was a dream to get them here. And this week has been a milestone for us. It has given us direction to our new vision, confidence in this vision of now getting out and around the mainstream schools. We have the surrounding Bangalore International. So one more teacher besides Kamar who also got the award is the daughter of Lata Balan, who was our principal, Indira Krishnan. So she too has passed the diploma with a distinction, and Cambridge is awarding us. So we are training teachers from Bangalore International, Vidyashil, Crystal House. We've trained leaders too from various schools, and so many of them responded when we started the inter-school programs. So we've created a network, and we now have to start building and sharing what we have gained. A lot of the students who participated in the events told us that the events that our teachers had organized, Sumaya was the one who did the Man, Swati and Habiba did the Oman. Sumaya did the science tesseract. And they said that this is the first time that they had to think while participating in the events. It was student-centric, led by students. The students thought of the wildest ways of application of physics, application of their bio-understanding. And this is what Oasis is about. We train the teachers to do that in the classrooms, and then the students do it when they get the opportunity. So it was an overwhelming time this week to see the students perform and our teachers look and just wow them. And then we have some other things in mind. We have a mentor program in mind that our students, our alumni, should start mentoring the grade 9, 10, 11, 12. That's when they are confused. They don't know where to go, what they have in mind. So we have a program for them, keeping their kind of aptitude in mind, their demeanor at this stage, what they want to do. So we are inviting our alumni to come and mentor them. We invite alumni to come for our events. We want our field to be used by other schools if required. We are now looking at starting a new early years school at Kormangla. That's going to be our first school outside this area, this locality. And we have one, De Costa, which is a feeder school. We now are looking at a Kormangla Early Years Center too. And these are our ways we want to grow, share, and contribute to the educational world. We have our new principal now we wanted to announce. We have our academic head, Dr. Stella, who next year will take over as principal. She has contributed in 6 months. She has shown what she has in mind, where she can take the school, where the loopholes are, where the gaps are, and how she can help take Oasis to the next level. So we had these few announcements to make, and I just took over to share this feeling and happiness with you all. So thank you, everyone. We look forward to what this batch can do, just like how the other batches have shown, achieved in society. I'm sure these guys are going to do even better. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for those wonderful words. The next part of our program is a special moment for all of us. A video presentation highlighting the memories, the hard work, and the achievements of the class of 2025. Let us take a look and relive the unforgettable moments of their journey. a beautiful and emotional reminder of the incredible journey these students have been on.
As we move on to present the mementos, we, the family of Oasis International School, wholeheartedly appreciate the talents of all our graduating students. Let us not only acknowledge their academic and athletic accomplishments, but also the values, friendships, and memories they take with them. They leave Oasis not just as students, but as confident individuals, ready to embrace the challenges of this world. Dear audience, as you hear their names being called out, do cheer, because these students have taken adversity by the scruff of its neck and hung it to dry with your achievements. We kindly request our esteemed chief guest, Miss Maya Menon, to grace the stage and present the first few mementos to our graduating students. We request our graduates to come up on stage as your names are called.
Asia Rahman, Abdul Muiz Khan, Alina Muskan, Arshia Fatima, Dania Sheikh, Fariha, Farhan Pasha, Faizane Rahmat, Hafizur Rahman Shayan, Afrah Reham, Arshan Yusuf, Mashuda Bano, Mahreen Anom, Mehrin Y, Muhammad Anas, Akhyar Sharif, Muhammad Ayan, MD Azhan, Muhammad Habibur Rahman, Muhammad Isa, Thank you, ma'am. We now request our trustee, Dr. Amber, to do the honors for the next set of students.
Muhammad Wafir, Quratul Lain, Rumesa Teba, Safa Fatima, Sayyida Sara Ishal, Shahnaz Adam, Sheza Mehar, Sayyid Arhan Pasha, Zoya Anis, Zayan Salahuddin, A. Hamza, Aisha Asia. Akshit Bohra. Alan Harris. Ayman Shafi. Gautam. Hani Mariam. Halima Kulsum. Humaira Mariam. Thank you, ma'am. We would now like to call upon our head of academics, Dr. Stella, to hand over the mementos to the next group of students.
J. Afroz Basira. Khadija Faisal. Khushbu Nisa. Kushagra Banerjee. Loth Muhammad. Madiha Kausar. Manha Fatima. Miraj Fatima. Muhammad Asadullah. Zayan Hamid. Muhammad Shoaibullah Khan. Muhammad Saad. Naba Riyaz Shahzain. Thank you, ma'am. We now request our Deputy Principal, Miss Habiba, to hand over the remaining mementos.
Qurratullain Fatima. Riha Fatima. Rufi Rizwan. Rumeza Fatima. Sara Nida. Rusfida TP. Omar Yusuf. Zeha Fawaz. Amina Fatima. Rohan MD. Chiranjeevi Anjan. Abdul Faizan. Amna Sheikh. Zara Masood. Zara Mariam Zubair. Muhammad Rehan. Thank you, Habiba ma'am. Congratulations, graduates. Audience, please do all put your hands together for their commendable journey. As you hold these mementos, let them serve as a reminder of your achievements and the significant milestones you have reached today. May they inspire you to continue striving for excellence and carry the fond memories of your time here.
As we approach the most solemn part of our evening, the candle lighting ceremony, we invite our esteemed trustee, Dr. Ambar, to step forward and light the candles, symbolizing the passing of the torch of wisdom, courage, and responsibility to our young graduates. We request Ms. Khutsia to please come forward to assist Dr. Ambar with the lighting. We request our valedictorians, Muhammad Saad and Shinaz Adam, to step forward, take the light, and pass on the flames to their peers.
شكوت إلى وكيلي سوء حفظي وأرشدني عن ترك المعاصي وأخبرني بأن علم النور والنور لا يعطى العاص فالعلم النور.
Dear graduating class of 2024-25, as you receive this light, remember that it represents the knowledge you have gained, the friendships you have forged for years, and the values you have embraced during your time at Oasis International School. As you hold this flame, let it serve as a beacon guiding you through the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. May it remind you to always seek the light of truth, to spread warmth through the acts of kindness, and to illuminate the path for others with your actions. May you be beacons of light, like our school is a lighthouse to many. This retreat is not just a physical departure from the stage. Farewell to a chapter of your life. As you leave this dais tonight, take with you the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the memories made.
He told him abandon rebellion, for knowledge is a lie.
It has been an unforgettable evening, a celebration of hopes and dreams. Once more, Oasis International School is proud to unleash into an unsuspecting world a host of well-equipped leaders, always in the sight of eternal hope, aiming to bridge their dreams and crossing over new horizons.
Everyone, it is truly an honor to stand before you on this special occasion. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the Almighty for His blessings and guidance that have made this day possible. A sincere thank you to our esteemed trustees, Ms. Aisha Masood and Dr. Amber, for their unwavering support and vision. Your dedication to the growth of this institution has been key to the success we celebrate today. We are privileged to have Ms. Maya Menon with us as our chief guest. Your inspiring words have deeply resonated with our graduating students, and we are grateful for the wisdom and encouragement you have shared. To Dr. Stella, our academic head, and Ms. Habiba, our deputy principal, thank you for fostering an environment where both students and staff can thrive. Your leadership has been essential in shaping the achievements we celebrate today. I would also like to extend my gratitude to Ms. Kutsia, our coordinators, and all our teachers. Your passion and commitment have been crucial in shaping the individuals our students have become. To my dear students, you are the heart of today's celebration. It has been a privilege to watch you grow over the years. Your resilience, determination, and kindness will continue to guide you in all that you do. As you step into the next phase of your lives, remember, this is just the beginning, and we are so incredibly proud of you. A heartfelt thank you to the parents for your commitments, support, and involvement in guiding these young minds. Your contribution has been invaluable to their success. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge everyone who worked behind the scenes to ensure today's success. Thank you to Ms. Afifa, her team of Favor Fairies for decorating the event, the H&H Events Catering for the wonderful dinner, Ms. Neely for the refreshments, Jan and Co. Tent and Canopy team, Revelations Bay Productions for their photography, and HAP Sound and Systems for their contributions towards tonight. Thanks also to the comparing facilities and marketing teams, as well as our non-teaching staffs for your dedication and hard work in making this day run smoothly. Thank you all for your invaluable contributions. To our graduating students, as you move forward, know that you will always have a place here, and we are incredibly proud of everything you have accomplished. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, parents. I'm actually not prepared. This is a surprise call by my students. I can only say that every year, like when I come to the end point of this, it has been really an emotional journey for me because they are out of the campus, and again I will not be able to see them again. Like my students sitting in the class and listening to me, but truly I'm gonna miss this batch, and I really love each of them, and yes, I think every batch has been special. I cannot like just say that one is special and one is not, but yes, the best behaved batch that I must say them. I think I'm proud of each of you, and I really love each one of you. Yeah. Okay, and thank you for the surprise call. Yeah, and definitely I think this batch, we are gonna see A stars and world records being broken by this batch. And I think this is my words right from the beginning for the batch, that we are gonna get a world toppers, not one or two, they are gonna be multiple. And this is a statement of me on behalf of their hard work and dedication, because I truly know how each one put in efforts in this batch and how serious they are towards their academic. Maybe at times like parents not agree, like, oh, they are very playful. No, please believe me, almost the entire batch is very, very focused. And prayers, I think the next is all the prayers that we are going to give as teachers. May they excel, and we see them like all over the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Kutsia. We request the chief guest, our trustee, head of academics, deputy principal, coordinators, and all faculty members to assemble on the dais for a formal photo section.
Slowly, slow, my child, the world waits for you, and your window of time will come shining through. Slowly, slow, don't rush, you know, it'll all come easy. There's some things you can't take back, no regrets for what you're gonna get. Need some thinking down the line. Slowly, slow, my darling, I'm here for you. And every stumble, every fall breaks my heart in two. I only want the best for you, and every step makes up the man, even though it takes a while. And God will always smile on you, my child. So have faith, have faith. Just like the bird who feels the sun and sings before the dawn has come. Have faith, have faith, yeah. Slowly, slow, my boy, I see you strong, and everybody wants to find a place where they belong. But don't you find yourself someday in a cold and dark and lonely place, and you wonder how you got there? I know it gets clouded in your mind, and you wanna move faster. It seems you're running out of time, but I love you. Together we'll get through. Don't you know? Slowly, slow, my child, the world waits for you.